Hi guys, Master and None here, and today we're going to take a look at the Gyber Freemont outdoor pizza cooker. It's a pellet or wood chip fired stove that you can cook small like hand tossed pizzas on. So let's take a look at it. So here it is in the box. As you can see, it's a fairly substantial box. See what we got here. Right away on top we have a pizza stone. We're going to set that aside. This here is the chimney for the stove. It's got a solid feel to it. So right away we can see it's got a nice handle on the cooker. And according to the packaging, this thing weighs 33 pounds. Few things inside the cooker here. Oh, that appears to be one of the doors. There is a door for each end, for the end that you cook out of and the end that you put the pellets into. I should have checked my watch to see just how long assembly takes on this. There's a scoop, I would assume for pellets. A handle, which I'm guessing is for the pizza peel. Handles for the doors, I'm assuming. Maybe something to do with where the pellets are stored right there. The body of the peel. And don't know what that is yet. Oh, I bet you that's for the top of the chimney. I would guess that goes on top of the chimney. And some assorted stuff. Hardware. Oh, these are feet, because this thing does sit up several inches off whatever you're cooking it on. I would not use this table because this thing's going to get hot. So, let's get this thing put together. Alright, now, step one of our assembly is going to be to install the 4 legs of the cooker. Well, this leg broke. So, that's not good. We're going to have to make do and figure something out. We'll get 3 legs on, and I didn't really torque down on that very hard, but we're gonna move on. Well, do that for now, and we'll move on to step 2. Next, we simply slide the chimney onto the cooker. And attach the little shroud on top of the chimney. So far, that's been the hardest part. All right, easy enough. The next step was extremely simple, so I didn't record it. It was putting the handle on the firebox here. So it's 2 screws with 2 nuts on the back, and on the door to the cooker. And everything's been so easy. Here's the next step. Oops. Putting this pellet grate in the firebox. And now this thing is complete. I just have to put the handle on the peel, and we'll take it from there. So we'll be back in just another second. All right, we put the 3 screws with little nuts on the peel, and we slid the pizza stone in there. So this thing is complete. This went together really easy. Everything seems pretty solid on this thing, with the exception of that foot that I broke. It's over on the back side that I'm gonna fabricate something to do the same thing as that foot. So it's all complete, and we're gonna try it out, but not quite right now. It is extremely windy outside. You can see the trees are just a-blowing over there. Hope that doesn't give you motion sickness, me swirling the camera around like that. So once the wind dies down a little bit, we're gonna fire this thing off and get a feel for it before we try to cook a pizza in it. Well, the wind has refused to really die down. It maybe let up a little bit, but I got us in the lee of the shed here, and I thought we'd fire this up once and get it hot before I tried to cook on it. So in my pellet basket, and this is my first time ever cooking with pellets, it asked for about 0.8 pounds. And I don't, not used to measuring pounds like that, so I did a little over 13 ounces. I think I did 13 and a half ounces. 12 ounces would be 3/4 of a pound, which would be 0.75. So let's light this thing up and see what happens. So to start these pellets, I'm just gonna hit them up with a propane torch for a minute or so, and of course the torch goes out. Okay, we're gonna try the micro torch instead. So hopefully with our pellets starting to put off some smoke here, we'll come back in a few minutes and see where the temp of our grill's at. Now it's supposed to preheat to get that stone nice and hot for at least 15 minutes with the pellets burning. So, and they do mention that once you get your pellets where they're igniting the other pellets, then to add some more pellets. So we'll check back on this in just a few minutes. Apparently, instead of 0.8 of a pound, I was supposed to add 1.8 of a pound, but still, temperature is off the charts here, over 1,000 degrees. And you know, 700 to 900 degrees is what we're looking for cooking these little hand-tossed pizzas. And you can see the flame from those pellets is rolling up the roof of it. So that's how you cook the pizza. You put the pizza in there and put the lid on and leave it for a few minutes, and then you take the lid out and you rotate the pizza, because the back of that oven is where a good portion of the heat's at. So I just wanted to get this thing up to temp before I try to cook a pizza in it. So I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to add a little bit more pellets now so it stays up to temp longer, and anything that is in there that is like an impurity from the manufacturing process burns off. And when we come back, we're going to try to slide a pizza in there and see what happens. Here we are after rotating this a couple times. And this looks really good. I don't know if you can get a good look at it. We will taste this in just a few minutes once it cools. So okay, now for the taste test. We've got Master of Sun here with the pizza. I haven't had any of this yet. It looks so delicious. It just really does. So, come on, tell us how this tastes. Kind of an orthodox pizza eating method. Go ahead, son.
It tastes really, really good. I recommend it.
Thank you. Fresh mozzarella, fresh basil, pepperoni. The dough and the sauce come from the book Flour, Water, Salt, Yeast, that I actually bought just to make this artisan bread. And it turns out, Ken Forkish is the author, it turns out that the guy's also into pizza, and the results are pretty good. I had previously made this in my oven, but the oven just doesn't really get hot enough. So a final Oh, that's outstanding. That's the Gyber Freemont pizza oven. As an accessory, there's grill grates that go in there in place of the pizza stone. I'd be curious to get those as well, but I wonder, I guess if you let it burn down, you can cook at lower temperatures. But the whole time I was using it, I was cooking at between 900 and 750, which is what I specifically wanted for this pizza. It's so good. And excuse me. It was easy to use. Extremely easy to assemble. If I wouldn't have been messing around trying to film it, I could have assembled it in under 10 minutes, I think. Learning to use it, there's just a little bit of trial and error when it comes to having the door open or having the door closed. Just to adjust your temperature. Problems. I did not like the quality of that plastic part that broke when I assembled the foot, but if I'd have been doing that by hand instead of using my drill, that probably wouldn't have happened. So it's a pretty easy fix. Everything else seems pretty solid. Master of Son loved his pizza, and that's what we were going for. So this has been the Master of None Gyber Freemont pizza review. Leave that alone, that's mine. You can get your own, there's more in the house. Like, subscribe, click the notification button, and we'll catch you next time.